Imagine a loaf of bread, fresh from the oven. The crust is a deep golden brown, crisped to perfection. As it cools, it crackles softly, a symphony of sound that hints at the delight that waits within. Cut into it, and the interior reveals a tender, chewy crumb dotted with small, irregular holes. The flavor is complex, a balance of tangy sourness and rich, wheaty sweetness that lingers on the tongue. This, dear listener, is the magic of sourdough bread. Making sourdough bread is a journey, a slow dance between baker, flour, water, and time. It starts with a sourdough starter, a bubbly mixture of flour and water that's been fermented over several days. This is the heart of your sourdough, providing the leavening and that characteristic tangy flavor. To make your bread, combine 1 cup of sourdough starter with 3.5 cups of flour and 1.5 cups of water. Mix them until they form a shaggy dough. Now comes the first rest, or autolyse. Let the dough sit for 30 minutes. This allows the flour to fully hydrate and begins the development of gluten, the protein network that gives bread its structure. Next, add 2 teaspoons of salt. Mix it in, then knead the dough. You can do this in a stand mixer, but there's something deeply satisfying about feeling the dough transform under your hands. Knead until the dough is smooth and elastic, about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, the dough needs to rise. This is a slow fermentation taking anywhere from 2 to 6 hours depending on the temperature. The dough should double in size, becoming light and puffy. Once risen, it's time to shape the dough. Turn it out onto a lightly floured surface and gently shape it into a round loaf. Then let it rest again. This second rise, or proofing, gives the bread its final size and shape. Finally, it's time to bake. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and if you have a Dutch oven or baking stone, use it. Bake for about 45 minutes until the crust is deeply browned and the bread sounds hollow when tapped on the bottom. And there it is. From a simple mixture of flour and water, you've created a loaf of bread that's more than the sum of its parts. A loaf of sourdough bread, with its deep flavor and satisfying texture, is a testament to the alchemy of baking. In summary, making sourdough bread is a process of combining sourdough starter, flour, and water, letting it rest, adding salt, kneading, and allowing it to rise. The dough is then shaped and proofed before baking in a hot oven. It's a journey of transformation, from humble ingredients to a loaf of bread that's truly a delight to the senses. So go forth and bake, and let the magic of sourdough bread fill your kitchen.